Is Laura-Lynn standing up for truth, or is there more to the story? Recently, she's been in the spotlight for calling out Daystar Television Network, but not everyone is convinced her motives are pure. Steve Wilhite, Daystar's senior vice president, didn't hold back, labeling her a clickbait cockroach and accusing her of using their name to revive her struggling YouTube channel. So, what's really going on here? Let's take a closer look at the claims and see if Laura-Lynn is fighting for justice, or something else entirely. Laura-Lynn Tyler Thompson made headlines when she announced her departure from Daystar Television, citing what she called numerous ethical deficits in the organization. She positioned herself as a voice of integrity, standing with Jonathan and Susie Lamb amidst their allegations against Daystar's leadership.
It is with great sadness and personal angst that we are going to give notice to Daystar Canada that we will be removing our show from their network as per our contract. With grave fear of the Lord and due to what we perceive to be numerous ethical deficits and, most importantly, the failure of senior executives, and in this case, parents, to properly align with their son and daughter-in-law who had sincere, rational, and earnest concerns that their child had been by a family member.
Her dramatic exit earned her significant attention, with millions flocking to her YouTube channel to hear her take on the controversy. But was this about ethics, or something else entirely? Wilhite alleges that Laura-Lynn's entire narrative was built on exaggeration and deception. According to him, her claims of taking a moral stand were nothing more than a publicity stunt. Wilhite didn't stop there. He went on to accuse Laura-Lynn of deliberately exploiting the controversy to revive her struggling YouTube channel. He revealed that in October 2024, her channel had just 5,000 views and made zero income. However, after she began using Daystar and Joni Lamb's names in her videos, her views skyrocketed to 2.7 million in just 4 weeks, earning her an estimated $13,400.
She's not taking a stand. She's a clickbait cockroach. Every time you click on her video, she profits. This isn't about morality for her. It appears that she's chosen to amplify this controversy as an opportunity to revitalize her struggling YouTube channel. The truth is, she's using Jonathan and Susie, and they don't even know it. So for those of you tuning in to Laura-Lynn's channel, she's not here to tell the truth. She's here to stir up drama and make money.
Let's make this thing clear. Laura-Lynn has had a remarkable career in television. She hosted and produced her own shows, which aired on national networks in Canada, including Daystar, The 700 Club, and CBN. Her focus was on television rather than YouTube, and her efforts paid off, allowing her to live a dream life while earning a substantial income. Let's listen to a clip from her.
I was on a national television show daily. It was called The 700 Club Canada. I was making more money than I ever thought that I would make in my lifetime. I was buying new clothes, getting my hair done, fake nails, fake eyes, fake eyelashes, fake hair. Also, we could be real for Jesus on TV. And so I was loving it. I felt like I had really, I'd hit that spot. If you are a Bible-believing person, you know that it says above and beyond all that you could ask or dream. That is the promise of God. I was living it 3 years ago.
Laura-Lynn was already living the life many people dream of, so the idea that she tried to capitalize on the Daystar controversy doesn't make any sense. Let's be real. YouTube doesn't pay anywhere near what television does. If money was all she cared about, she could have easily taken a payout from Joni, removed all her videos about Daystar, and moved on, just like many other YouTubers did. But she didn't. Instead, she stood her ground and fought for justice. For Jonathan, Susie Lamb, and their child. Laura-Lynn also didn't back down when she saw woke culture taking over schools in Canada. She spoke out against the harmful ideology telling kids they could switch their gender at will, despite knowing it would bring her trouble. She stood up for what she believed was right, even when it cost her.
British Columbia, they were telling little boys that they could be a girl. And I said, what? No way. I had a television show that I was producing and it was going on air, along with the 700 Club Canada. Once a week I did my own show. And I decided, what better way? Inform the community. We'll let everybody know this is going on, and poof, I know it'll just go away. Because it's so crazy. who's gonna allow this to be taught to the kids?
So you got my point that Wilhite's argument doesn't hold water. It's completely baseless and seems like an attempt to distract people from the real issues. Honestly, it feels like a calculated PR move, allegedly pushed by someone like Eric Volz. The fact that Marcus Rogers and Wilhite released their videos on the same day, just hours apart, only adds to the suspicion. It appears that Daystar Television Network is engaging in a public relations campaign to undermine the credibility of its critics, such as Laura-Lynn Tyler Thompson and Julie Roys, who have been vocal about the network's alleged ethical issues. For instance, Joni Lamb, Daystar's president, referred to Roys as a low-level blogger, seemingly to diminish her investigative work into the network's controversies.
Misconceptions, again, by the low-level blogger who does nothing but be used in a way that is trying to hurt the kingdom of God. I mean, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's clear that Daystar is using a familiar playbook often seen in crisis management, going after the critics instead of addressing the real issues. By labeling people like Laura-Lynn and Julie Roys as unreliable or biased, they're trying to shift attention away from the serious allegations and make people question the credibility of those raising their voices. Right now, Laura-Lynn is playing a vital role in exposing the truth about Daystar and shining a light on what's really happening behind the scenes. She's not just standing up for herself, she's fighting for justice for those who have been deeply hurt in this situation, especially the little lamb who suffered so much. Her determination to speak up for the voiceless, even when it's uncomfortable or dangerous, shows just how committed she is to doing what's right. But as is often the case when someone speaks truth to power, Laura has become a target. Instead of addressing the serious issues she's raised, her critics are going after her personally. They're digging into her private life, trying to find anything they can use to discredit her or shift the focus away from the real problems. It's a classic strategy. When you can't refute the message, you attack the messenger. What's remarkable is how Laura continues to stand tall in the face of these attacks. She hasn't backed down or let the noise distract her. She's stayed focused on what matters: justice for those who have been wronged and accountability for those responsible. That takes incredible courage, especially when the easy path would have been to stay silent or walk away. What do you think about everything we've talked about today? Do you agree with Laura-Lynn's fight for truth, or do you see things differently? How do you feel about the tactics being used to discredit her and others like her? Tell me in comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content.